It finally happened. It was about to happen at some point, although I actually didn't expect it. This week's Nightfall, it's Omnigul, the strike, and it's got all three burns. When you just told me for the first time this morning, I actually didn't believe you. I thought it was a joke. It's pretty bizarre, but it does make things interesting, I think. You can use Void, Arc, and Solar weapons, so basically any weapon loadout you prefer, you can bring. You don't have to adjust to one specific weapon type. So I think this opens up a lot of interesting options to just completely nuke through the strike, especially since the enemies mostly do arc damage, I think, in there.
Yeah, the ogre does some void damage, but
Yeah.
mainly it's
It's a lot of arc. The witches and the knights.
Omnigul.
Omnigul herself does arc. So yeah, the fact that all three damage types get a buff doesn't affect the player as much as it does the enemies when we can just use whatever weapon we want. For the strike itself, it's pretty straightforward. I think people have been doing Omnigul for a good month and a half, 2 months now, so they pretty much know the routine. You can just stay at every starting area. The first room where you enter, where all the fallen and the hive spawn, you just stay inside in the first corridor. You do have to be careful because the stealth vandals come inside, and you do have to be really careful in there. But if you take your time, it's pretty easy to just stay safe. The second area, when you get to the outside part, when you stay inside, again, it's pretty easy. You just have to be careful for the shanks that sometimes come inside. But especially the shanks with solar shields, with solar burn active, I'm pretty sure everybody will probably go solar and arc. I don't think void is as
there are
popular.
not a lot of 331 void weapons that people got.
Well, the exotics, apart from truth, are all solar and arc.
Yep.
I don't think a lot of people will bring void weapons.
What weapons are you gonna use?
For the Omnigul strike, I'm gonna go with Abyss Defiant, which is the new auto rifle from Crota's in hard mode, and it's basically a Source regime. It's a very stable, very nice auto rifle. I'm not a big auto rifle fan. I like them every now and then just to change things up. But the Abyss Defiant is actually rock solid. It just feels right. It's basically a Source regime, but you free up your exotic slot. So, but the main reason why I'm bringing it is one of the perks. It disorients, or it has a chance to disorient the wizards. A bunch of wizards appear during the strike. Solar burn is going to be nice regardless because all the burns are active. But the disorient perk on wizard works on Omnigul. So it's just something that basically keeps her stunned the entire time. So Omnigul, especially with solar burn active, takes about 10 seconds. If you have people with Gjallarhorn, you just go in when you clear the bottom floor. If you coordinate your nuke and you all nuke at the same time, all three players, you'll probably drop her in one go.
Even with Hunger of Crota, it's also doable. So
Yeah.
it's not really a hard boss fight here.
No.
So it's no problem.
No, but I'll be bringing Abyss Defiant, Black Hammer, and Gjallarhorn for this week.
Good setup.
Yeah, it's not specifically because I want to bring three solar weapons, but Gjallarhorn for obvious reasons, the Abyss Defiant for the wizard perk, and Black Hammer because it's just a really nice sniper rifle to use in strikes whenever you have a chance to. Actually, the Omnigul strike isn't the best strike to use it. I might switch to the LDR or another random 331 sniper rifle. I just, on a side note, had so much fun with the LDR in the Crota hard mode fight. When the second ogre comes and you're hiding in the right ogre room, you can shoot through the concrete slab that's in front of him. So it's a really easy kill. So actually, I might opt for the LDR in this setup, and a good fusion rifle as a secondary option for the secondary weapon slot. What are you bringing?
I'm bringing the Gjallarhorn, of course, Black Hammer, and I don't got the Abyss Defiant, so I'm probably using Fatebringer or Vision of Confluence. Not a very interesting setup, but I'm curious to see how it how it turns out.
I especially want to keep using Fatebringer because I have a very distinct feeling the damage will drop so much when the level 34 content is released with House of Wolves.
Yeah.
So I think we have about 5-6 weeks left to enjoy Fatebringer.
To give it some more love.
Yeah, and from then on it'll probably be something you whip out for bounties when you do low level stuff. But it is nearing its end of life cycle, I'm afraid. On a side note, the weekly has the solar burn. So my setup with Abyss Defiant or Vision of Confidence, if you have it, and Black Hammer and Gjallarhorn will be incredibly strong for the weekly strike as well, the weekly heroic. I'm really glad it has a solar burn because otherwise it takes a really long time to drop Omnigul at the end. So the weekly will go just as fast as the Nightfall this week. So that's pretty much it for this week. Good luck.